What's up, everybody? This is Phil Rogacki.
And I'm Jared Abergina.
You're listening to Two Tree Guys Podcast. What's up, everybody? Phil Rogacki here, bringing you another What's Your Story? We have Amanda Sandtner. Welcome.
Hi.
Welcome. We're at the TCI Expo in North Carolina. Super excited for the show. You're the first person that came. The doors just opened up.
Wow.
We're in the Expo Climb. Super awesome. I mean, there's 30 ropes hanging around here. It's going to be an awesome 3 days here. I'm super excited. And to kick it off with you, we haven't had many Canadians on the show, so I'm glad you're here today and to hear your story. So, what's your story?
So I got into the industry mainly because of my brother.
Yeah.
He's 9 years older than I am, was an arborist, bought me a harness when I was 10 years old, been climbing ever since. And
So how long has he been in the industry?
20 years,
How'd he get in the industry?
He had a friend that did it, and
Okay.
he just went to school and then loved it. And then
Yeah.
I was a bit iffy. I didn't know if I was wanting to go into there, so I went to more of a private college that specialized in more of a horticulture,
Okay.
but they did arboriculture as well. And then I actually met my mentor, Philip Ruiz, at the North American climbing competition that was held in Niagara Falls in 2016. And then ever since then, I was like, yeah, I got to get in the trees. That's just
Now,
what
why
it is.
did that moment kind of kick in and you go, I need to get in the trees?
He just taught me more than what I
Yeah.
knew. Like, it was a completely different industry. Like, I thought it was just going to be, okay, you're climbing trees, removing trees, just kind of doing that. When he kind of told me, no, you can get out, you can train, you can, be a do selling and all that kind of thing. So it was more than just being in the actual industry, which was great because my brother always told me, don't do it. Your body's going to hurt. It's not worth it, kind of thing. And I was like, you know what? I like it. I also.
But he bought you, he tells you not to do it, but he bought you a saddle.
I know.
Right? I mean, did you
I
just
know.
buy it for more wreck climbing and stuff like that and going out with him?
Yeah. But I mean, he taught ever since I think I was like 12, he was bringing me on side jobs. I was the one, trying to do the rigging rope at that age.
You need someone to pull some brush and,
Yeah, that's pretty much exactly
get in
what
the
it was.
freaking poison ivy and stuff he didn't want to
But
do.
I mean, I loved it ever since then. And it was great. And then I met Philip, and
Now, were you working in the industry when you went to North American?
I was in school.
You're okay.
I was in school. I was in my second year of college. It was a 3
Now, did you go there to compete, or just
Just
went there
volunteer.
to volunteer and help?
Yep.
And so started communicating with Phil, chatting about, and then you decided, hey, all right, let's do this.
Yeah.
And so then after that, what was your next step?
So, trying to think here, like pretty much graduated college and then got right in the industry.
What company?
And, Colonial Tree Service
Colonial
in
Tree.
Erin, in
So did
Ontario.
you just go call them up and be like, hey, I want to come work for you?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Did
And
that.
they were like,
learned more.
who are you? Okay.
Well, they were iffy because of my schooling, because I was in a private college and it wasn't a school that they had seen before. So,
They're like,
once
did
I
you
got-
make this up on your resume? Did you
Right.
fake college?
No, it was great. And then just kind of went there, had great mentors there as well. And here I am.
So you started working there, mentors. You started on the ground.
Yep.
And when did you start kind of getting into climbing? Now, were you learning from your brother, or were they teaching you? And I mean, did they have a kind of a path for you to follow?
Yeah. So I was in the trees in school. And then when I went and visited Philip in California and stuff. And he got me in the trees. He was trying to teach me, train me. I got my own gear. I had everything set up. I was doing a lot of wreck climbing too, kind of testing my own stuff out, watching videos, other people.
Yeah.
And then when I got to Colonial, they put me in the tree pretty much right away and slowly started to teach me. And the contracts that we had, we were able to, I could go up and it wasn't like we have to get this done in like an hour. You have like a little bit of time take your time, make sure you're comfortable. I mean, I
Yeah.
couldn't spend all day in the tree, but it was definitely a time where they taught me, they walked me through things and made sure I was safe.
And how long
things
did
like
you
that.
work with that company? For
5 years now.
5 years? Oh, you're still with them?
Yep.
Awesome.
Yep.
That's awesome. So what do you do for the company now?
So I'm the tree healthcare tech. So I
Okay.
do a lot of the injections for emerald
Very
ash borer.
important.
And then we were doing the gypsy moth as well because that's been up. And then I still try and climb and everything like that.
You doing any competitions or anything?
Not yet.
You want one?
I
You wanna
want
do one?
to. So actually, I was starting to get into it, and then COVID hit, and then I got pregnant. Actually, so I just had a baby.
Oh, congrats.
So hopefully,
Boy or girl?
Girl.
First?
Yes.
What's her name?
Zoe.
Zoe.
8 months old. So
Now you're gonna get her a little harness?
oh, that's the plan.
Yeah.
I'd like to get her in the tree. She's already kind of a monkey. She already
Yeah?
kind of wants to climb on stuff.
Cool.
But yeah, so
5 years. Plant healthcare. You know, it's there's a lot of companies out there that they don't have a plant healthcare system. You know,
Mhm.
within their company, and it's vital. It's so important.
It is.
So important. I always tell people it's going. You know, when I go to the doctors, he doesn't say, Phil, you need to have surgery right now.
Yeah.
You need to cut off your arm or do this or do that. No, he goes, you're overweight, stop smoking, stop drinking, take these multivitamins, start exercising, you know, to
Yep.
improve the health before we have to do major surgery.
Yep.
So I'm always love companies that have this program because you can solve so much with a plant healthcare program and, you know, not just in the crown, but also focusing on the root system
Exactly.
and things like that. and
Exactly.
Looking at that.
Even just small things like compaction, that alone, just being able to get rid of compaction helps a lot for tree healthcare.
So what are some
Just
of the
there.
things that you're seeing a lot out there with the homeowners and with their trees and some of the conversations that you have about their trees with plant healthcare?
So mainly in Ontario, it's emerald ash borer, and a lot of homeowners don't know about it. So usually they call us when it's a little bit too late. But with gypsy moth, for example, they're like, there's these weird moths and sacks on. I'm like, well, you know what you can do? You can do like they're not educated. They're kind of, it's not something that is out to the public.
Yeah.
So they just think, oh, okay, it's just this moth. It's not going to do any harm. Next year, then it's okay. And then the tree doesn't have many leaves, and you know. So I try and tell them steps. It's not, you don't have to call us every time. You know, just by taping the tree at certain time of the years, that helps. You know, like timing in general. Like they just don't have any resources to go out to, and then they kind of call us a little bit later.
Well,
And the damage is kind of already done. And
that's
I'm
like anything in our life. We're always reactive instead of proactive on stuff.
So I try and educate them, being like, hey, you know, next year, maybe call us at this time of the year, and then we can kind of try and prevent this and get the health of the tree better. And then even fertilizing. A lot of people don't know that fertilizing can help a tree. And they're like, oh, you know, I do my grass. I'm like, it's the same thing. It's a plant. Same thing.
Yeah. Mulching, getting away from turf, you know, compaction, you know, so many different things you can do to help that tree out. Just watering it.
Exactly.
You know,
right?
just watering, putting more water.
Yep.
So what's kind of the next step in your career? You know, 5 years coming in, brother, you know, gives you a saddle. You're getting into the industry. You call Colonial up. You've been there for 5 years, from climbing to now plant healthcare. Where do you see the path and where it's going?
So actually, me and my husband are going to be moving down to the States. So I'm kind of hoping North Carolina here.
Okay.
So that's the game plan for next year.
So you're looking for a place to go?
Yep, pretty much.
So if you guys are listening and you want an awesome climber, plant healthcare tech, funny, good smile, she's your girl right here. Canadian, they're all nice. So you know you're going to get a super nice person to be a part of this, know, your company. So if you call her, tag her in a post or whatever, and we'll get you working down there.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Kind of looking into training or being a teacher kind of thing. Kind of looking to go not so much into climbing as much. Okay. So either go more into plant healthcare or going more into training is kind of my long-term goal.
Nice.
So,
well, we need more trainers out there, that's for sure. more people in the industry sharing to help our industry get better.
Yeah.
Because I've seen people come through the training class and they didn't know you could climb with just a rope. They thought you had to spike everything.
Yep.
And that was eye-opening. And I'm like, you've been in the industry for 8 years and you had no idea. Now, this person might have been a one-off, but I was surprised by that. And we need more people sharing the good rather than sharing the bad.
Exactly.
Because both spread.
Exactly.
Bad information still goes far and good information goes far. So the more good information we get in the industry, we can get the bad information or training out.
Exactly.
Teaching.
And then just trying to get more women in the industry. Yeah. I want to get more women.
Now, how would you get more women in the industry?
Don't be afraid.
How do you get them in there? How do you inspire them? How do you pull them into the industry like you did? Because most women aren't in the industry.
Yeah.
Right?
It was one thing, I find a lot of women are intimidated because it's a male dominated industry, and they think that because it's such a hard working industry and it's physical that they won't be able to do it. You can do it. You just might not be able to do it the way that a man can do it. Yeah, they can lift a log over their head and be fine. You can still do something, you're just going to do it in a different way. And I hate to say it, there's still a lot of sexist people out there saying that women can't do it. And a lot of women believe that. And it's just, don't believe it. Just, if you want to do it, you got to stick to your gun. And you got to, unfortunately, have a little bit of a thicker skin. And I hate that, we got to do, I'm saying that at this time of, in 2022. But it just... Don't be afraid. That's the thing. So,
Good.
I mean,
we do need more women in the industry.
Yeah.
And because you can't lift that log over your head, what the women do is they have to think different.
Yeah.
And they have to be more innovative of how they're going to do this. And that's where stuff starts being created in different ways. And anytime I have a woman on a crew, the guys act different. They work harder. They're more focused. They're more respectful.
It's weird how that works.
It all changes. Oh shit! I gotta be on my A game here. Because I don't want you to show me up. I'm a guy and I've been doing this.
Right.
But then they see some different things that you do and go, oh, okay, that's cool. I like that. So I have an all girls crew back in California.
Nice.
All girls. They're awesome. Rock stars, and I love having them on our team for that.
I love hearing that.
So what are, the people listening today, guys, driving in the morning or wherever you may be, what are something inspiring tips from the top, some wisdom that you can share with them that they can take away today and have a better day or be able to shed light or give light to somebody else because of what you said?
Don't give up. You're going to have bad days. You're going to have good days. You're going to have that client that gets mad at you, coming out screaming for probably no reason. Don't let that ruin your day. I mean, it's just the world we're in. I've been yelled at by many people that come out thinking I'm destroying their trees on municipality contracts, or the tree huggers. Why are you doing this to my tree? Well, I'm actually trying to help it. So that's the one piece of advice. Don't let a bad day ruin your week or ruin your month or ruin your career even. You're going to get along with people, you're going to not get along with people. It just is what it is. But don't let one bad experience dictate your life or your career. That's my piece of advice.
I love it. It's a saying of, if you had $86,400 and I took $400 from you, would you spend $86,000 to get back that $400? No, you would probably just forget about it. You wouldn't want to waste that. So
exactly.
That's how many seconds there are in a day. And if somebody took that 2 minutes or that little bit of time from you, don't let it take the whole time of the day from you. Don't waste your 86,000 seconds because of this 400 seconds of somebody that's
exactly.
And that's great advice. Don't freaking give up, guys. Shit's hard. And there's good times and there's bad times. And just to know, you're going to have some really bad times. And you're going to have some really good times. And the importance is put the right foot in front of the left. And as long as you keep that pattern of right in front of left, left in front of right, you move ahead. And you're farther ahead. And when you do fall forward.
Exactly.
And at least when you fall forward, you're a few feet ahead of where you were when you get back up.
Exactly. Exactly.
So,
and learn from your mistakes.
exactly.
That's the other thing. Just you screwed up on one thing. Okay, won't do that again. And use that mistake to teach somebody else too. I mean, that's what happened with me. Me being a woman, seeing other, women trying to be an arborist, and they give up right away. I'm like, don't do that. It's took me a while to get. I'm not gonna lie. It took me a while to get kind of where I am, and then get yourself a good company. If you're not happy with your company's not treating you with respect, there's lots of other people out there.
How does somebody find a good company? What do you look for?
You can in my opinion, you can kind of get a lot out of that during the interview, because there's some interviews I've had and the person interviewing me kind of like brushes me off. Oh, you're a woman. Oh, I don't really want you. You're probably not a hard worker. You're probably not going to do the job that I need you to do. And when you go to a company that actually doesn't look at, you're a woman or you're small or whatever, and they look at, hey, what can you do? And you tell them, you know what, I'm a hard worker, and they trust you, and they're not looking at just the outside, and they give you a chance, it can go a long way. So, yeah, I mean, you can do some research on it. Like, I did some research on the company, reviews of the company, that too, Google reviews, all of that. There's one company I had an interview for that had a lot of negative reviews, and when I went to go have an interview, could kind of see that just based off of their attitude and their posture during the interview process. And then, I mean, where the company I was at now, you could tell that wasn't an issue. They looked at my resume, they looked at what I was bringing to the table to offer, and then other than that, it was great. They trusted actually what I had said. I didn't lie in my interview. But yeah, I mean, that's the best piece of advice.
Maybe you should come to California instead of North Carolina.
Right?
I do like California. You could have a job tomorrow. You did. So, well, listen, I appreciate you being on the show. You're going to hear it. I don't know when it's going to come out, but you're going to hear it. And I appreciate you sharing and giving some wisdom and hearing your story. The story's not over. You got more, chapter 4, chapter 5, chapter 6 that's going to be coming here. So for that, especially when you move to the States, which is cool. So appreciate you being here. And everybody that's listening right now, we appreciate you guys. And if you like this show, if you got something out of it today, share it. Don't keep it to yourself. Put it on Instagram, tag us, post it, do whatever, share it. Because we appreciate it. And we don't ask for money or anything on this show. We just want to share the good word, and have people share their stories. So remember, everybody out there, to continue to elevate the standard of our industry through safety, training, and innovation. We appreciate you guys. Have a great day.